Hi, my name is Caitlin, and I have been kind of wandering on Booktube for a while, and I am finally gonna make my first Booktube video, and I thought it would be fun to show you all of the books that I have on my TBR cart. So all the books behind me are books that I have read, and then also my sister-in-law, this is her shelf, and so is this one right here. So all of those books are books that she has read, and then all the other ones either I have just read or me and her, we read a lot of the same books. The only books that she does not read that I read are thriller books, so I have all of my thriller books over there, which she has not read any of those. But I wanted to kind of go over, I have been seeing a lot of people do like the the cart challenge, and so I thought it would be fun to do that. However, I do work full-time, and I also go to school full-time, so I don't get to read that much as I want to, but I am on summer break right now for the month of June, so I thought it'd be fun to start my Booktube channel or my YouTube channel and also get just, you know, some generic videos out there, and then I'll kind of see what I can do whenever school starts. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get all of these books. So I have the bigger cart. I don't know if you can see, I know a lot of people on Booktube have like the smaller cart, which is fine, but I used to work at a school, so I had the bigger one for school. But yeah, so this is how long it is. And I am going to go and get all these books out, and I'll be right back. Books. I know you definitely can't see all of them. There's like a whole row in front of me, but I'm gonna go over every single book that is on my TBR cart, and then we're gonna count them and figure out how many books I have to read that are on my TBR cart. I know a lot of people do clear the TBR cart by the end of the year. I definitely cannot do that, especially with me being in school full-time and working full-time. So I will get this cleared as much as I can. So the first one that I have is If You Tell by Greg Olson. It is based on a true story. Next one that I have is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I'm really excited to read this one because I think Amazon just picked it up for it to either become a movie or a series. I think it was a movie, but I definitely want to read that before that I definitely want to read this before that comes out. So this will definitely be on my radar very soon. The next one that I have is The Hate List by Jennifer Brown. I am not really sure why I have this. I think I just went to Barnes & Noble and just thought that it looked interesting at the time. I'm pretty sure I've had this on my TBR cart for years. So yeah, I could definitely not tell you what this is about. Next I have Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. This was one of my more recent pickups. I heard a lot about it on Book Talk and Booktube, so I definitely wanted to pick it up and see what it was about. Again, have not read it, obviously, and I don't really remember what it was about. I just remember a lot of people talking about it at the time, so I'm very easily influenced, as you will see over this whole video. This one is Off the Deep End by Lucinda Berry. This one I actually got at a little free library. I haven't really seen a lot of thriller books in them where I live, and this was one of the first thriller books that I found in there, so I picked it up. The next one is The Cabin by Natasha Preston. I think my grandma liked this book, and I'm pretty sure she's the one who influenced me to get this, but I saw it was at Walmart, it was on sale, so I picked it up. The next one that I have is Murdered at 17 by Kristen Conrad. My sister-in-law who lives with us, this is actually her book. Again, she does not read thrillers, and I asked her yesterday where she got this book, and she said she does not remember. She has never read this book, so I found out when I was putting it on my Goodreads list that this is actually the third book in the series. Again, don't really know what it's about. I just love thriller books and she had it and so I added it. Next one is Local Girl Missing by Claire Douglas. Again, I heard a lot of people talk about this book, I want to say a couple years ago, and I just so happened to come across it, I think at Goodwill or Walmart or somewhere like that, and I decided to pick it up. Then the next one I have is Go Set a Watchman by Harper Lee. This is the second book to How to Kill a Mockingbird, which I believe is now a banned book, if I'm not mistaken. But again, don't really know a lot about it. I loved To Kill a Mockingbird whenever I was in high school, and I came across this as an adult and was like, oh, I should probably read that. Haven't yet. We have The Housemaid is Watching by Frida McFadden. She is my favorite thriller author right now. I have the other two Housemaid books right here. I picked this up the day that it came out. I went to Barnes & Noble right after work and picked it up. Again, have not had a chance to read it. I'm excited about this one because she's my favorite author, or my favorite thriller author right now. So if you are a Frida McFadden lover, please comment down below so that we can be friends. And then again, another Frida McFadden. This is The Teacher. Again, I went the day that it came out, went to Barnes & Noble and had to have it. So love her. And then next I have Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. As you can see, I have this at Half Price Books. So again, just heard a lot of people talk about it a long time ago and saw it at Half Price Books and had to grab it. Again, could not tell you what it was about. I'm really bad at that. I should probably really figure out what these books are about before I read them. I have The Perfect Marriage by Genevieve Rose. But this is my sister-in-law's book. Again, she does not read thrillers, so I don't know how she ends up with these thrillers, but I had to add it to my TBR cart because it had to be read. Like, you can't just let a thriller not be read, so I had to add it to mine. I have For Better and Worse by Margot Hunt. Oh, these look the same. That's interesting. Anyways, this was a Book of the Month book for me. I have not done Book of the Month in so long, so again, that tells you how long this has been on my TBR. I don't know what it is about hardbacks that they intimidate me. I don't know why, they just do. So I'm gonna get to them. I'm gonna read them. I am, but they intimidate me. Another Book of the Month one, The Lies We Told by Camilla Way. This was added to my TBR carts, or TBR list so long ago that I don't remember what it was about, unfortunately. I will be reading it because we are clearing the cart. Another Book of the Month one. This is The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. Again, it was so long ago, I don't remember what it was about, but here we are and we're gonna read it, and I will report back and let you know what it's about. Sweet Little Lies by Kaz Freer. Unfortunately, again, I don't know what it's about. I added it a long time ago. I think this one came out in 2018. Yeah, August of 2018. So it's been on my cart for a while. Again, hardcovers terrify me and intimidate me. I don't know why, they just do. I have my preferences. I love paperbacks. I'm a paperback girly. I think I have like one more hardcover. No, 2 more hardcovers, and then the rest are paperback. Okay, and then this one is Mother-Daughter Murder Night by Nina Simon. This one just looks really interesting, or sounded really interesting to me because it was Reese's Book Club, and I buy a lot of Reese's Book Club books. And so I had to grab it and add it to my cart. The next one is One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus. This is actually, again, my sister-in-law's. She actually did read this book. I want to say that she actually liked it. So I think she actually read the second one to this series, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, this is her book. So again, it's a thriller book. It's a mystery book. Had to add it to my cart. Okay, and then this one is Not So Perfect Strangers by L.S. Stratton. I saw this in Barnes & Noble and the cover intrigued me. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a car and someone walking in the middle of the road. And so I, again, had to buy it. And the Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. Me and my sister-in-law do a book exchange every month. And this was actually a book that I bought for her. But again, we read a lot of the same books and she lives with me. So this is on my TBR list as well. She has not read it. I have not read it. So couldn't give you a rating from either one of us. But so that is all the thrillers that I have. So the first one I have is Dark Succession, Heated Rivals, and Twisted Secrets by Katie Roberts, or Robert, so sorry. So I have all three of these books. They are in a series. I think there may be one or two more of this series. Oh, so there's three more in this series. I do know that they do follow the O'Malley brothers, I believe. Yes, O'Malley brothers. So each book is a different O'Malley, I believe. And then what I thought was really interesting about these books is they were actually previously published as something else. So Dark Succession was actually previously published as The Marriage Contract. Heated Rivals was published as The Wedding Pact. And then Twisted Secrets was published as An Indecent Proposal. I think my sister-in-law saw this and thought that I would like it, and so she got this one, and then I just ended up with two more. And then I have Bridesmaid for Hire by Megan Quinn. Again, I was influenced by Book Talk, by Booktube, Bookstagram, all of the things. I've seen this everywhere, even Pinterest. And I haven't read any of Megan Quinn books, but all of her, like all of the books that I've seen that she writes, everyone raves about. So I got this one because I saw it at Barnes & Noble and how to get it. And then I have Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. Again, I was influenced by TikTok. And then my sister-in-law also has read this book and said that she liked it a lot, so I grabbed it and added it to my cart. Unfortunately, she does not have the book anymore. She borrowed it from somebody, so I could not, use her book, so I had to get my own, but that's okay. Then I have Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. Again, very influenced by Book Talk and all the things, so I grabbed that one. And we actually, me and my sister-in-law were at Barnes & Noble and we asked somebody to give us a recommendation, and they actually recommended this book. So I was influenced by Book Talk, but I was also influenced by the Barnes & Noble workers. So shout out to you. I don't remember your name, but shout out to you. Okay, and then I have Twisted Lies by Anna Huang. I have read, I don't know if you can see, yes. So I have read all the Twisted books except for this one. My sister-in-law has read all of the books, including this one, and she always gives me crap for not finishing this one. Listen, I just really love Twisted Hate so much with a passion. And I'm so scared that this one is not going to be as good, because I asked my sister-in-law how it compares, and every time she just kind of looks at me and she's like, it's kind of the same. But again, I read the Twisted series back in, I think, August or September of last year, which was 2023, and I still have not read this book. So again, we are clearing the cart, so I am going to read this book eventually. Next, I have Rush by Maya Banks, or Maya Banks. I'm not really sure how you pronounce it. I was at Barnes & Noble and I just wanted another book, and this one intrigued me because I was really, I didn't know what the cover stood for, and I was very curious. So I read the back of it at the time. I do know that it has some BDSM and some erotica. It's a little bit on the spicier side. So yeah, I picked that one up and it's been on my cart ever since. Okay, and the next is Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. I did read the There Are No Saints and There Is No Devil by her, and loved her writing, so of course I had to pick up Brutal Prince. Again, have not read it. I know that this is a series, and I want to say there's like 7 or 8 books in this series. The thing that I like the most about Sophie Lark, there's 6 in the series. So I love the drawings that she does. So she includes artwork in her books, and then every book that I at least have of hers, they also come with a soundtrack. I don't know if you can see. But yeah, so I loved how she wrote her books and wrote her characters, so of course I had to pick that up. And then I have Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I don't read fantasy. I don't have one single fantasy book. I was heavily influenced, so I got this one. My wife will not let me buy the second one to this until I read this one. That's how a lot of these are. So if you notice, I only have like 1 or 2 books in the series, and most of the time it's 1 because I cannot, that is our agreement, is I can buy books, but I can't buy the second one until I finish the first one. So once I finish this one, I'll be able to go buy the second one and be able to read that one. But again, influenced. Then I have Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. I loved her Dreamland Billionaire series. That is one of my favorite series. So of course I had to get the Lakefront Billionaires because I'm pretty sure they go hand in hand. I think they're intertwined. And then her new one is actually coming out, I want to say the 19th. And the second one in this. So I need to read this really fast because I really want to get that second one. But yeah, so I have that one. It's just because I love the author. I will always pick up a new Lauren Asher book. And the next I have Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Herring Blake. I just needed an LGBTQ romance because, like I said, my wife, I am part of the LGBTQ community and just really wanted a book on my shelf that kind of intertwined with my actual real life so I could relate a little bit more to it. And then I know that this is also a series. Again, cannot get the second one until I finish the first one, which is probably really good because my books would probably be doubled if I did not have that rule. But as of now, that's the rule, and I do have the first one. And then I have Here for the Wrong Reasons by Annabelle Paulson and Lydia Wang. Again, just wanted another LGBTQ community or book. This one actually, I'm not really sure. I think it is about a bi girl, if I'm not mistaken. Or she falls in love with a girl and like didn't really expect it. But I just thought it was really interesting. So like the cover was really interesting and it drew me in. Plus it's a gay one or a lesbian one, so I got it. Alright, and then I have Here We Go Again by Allison Cochran. I'm not really sure how you say that. But again, it's another lesbian one and they travel and I love traveling. And the cover is really cute to me. Like it has a sunset or maybe a sunrise. They're in like a little car in the desert, it looks like. Or I don't know, that might be the Grand Canyon. I don't really know what it is, but it looks really cute. It drew me in and I had to get it. Alright, and then I have Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey. As you can see, it was a buy one, get one half off. I needed another book because I had an odd number of books, and this one I believe had just come out whenever I was at Barnes & Noble, so yeah. Alright, and then I have It Happened One Summer also by Tessa Bailey. I know that this is also a series, but again, my rule, so we will be reading this one. Hopefully I will get to it this summer since it is a summer book. But yeah. Okay, and then I have The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. I remember whenever I first started getting back into reading, this one was very popular back then, so I saw it at Barnes & Noble and had to grab it. Okay, and then I have Emily Henry. I have The Beach Read, Book Lovers, and Happy Place by her. Again, it's Emily Henry. She's super big on book talk and all the things. She's super big in the big book community, so of course I have a few of her books. Alright, and then I have Love Theoretically by Allie Hazelwood. I haven't read any of her books specifically, but I have heard a lot about her, and so I wanted to give her books a try, so I bought this one. Okay, and then I have Lucy Score, The Dead Guy Next Door. I was at Costco, saw the book, have heard a lot of things about Lucy Score. I haven't heard a lot about this book actually specifically, so I have no idea what it's about. But I have heard of Lucy Score and I had to pick up her book. And speaking of Lucy Score, I have Things We Never Got Over and Things We Hide from the Light. I don't know. I don't know. They're really big books and I can't read a lot because I'm in school and I work. So big books do intimidate me because I'm scared it's going to take me a year just to finish one of the books. But we are going to get to them because it is clearing the cart. And I also love the covers. They're really cute and flowery. But anyway, so that's that. Okay, and then I have Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. I follow her on TikTok and Book Talk and watch her videos all the time, and she swears by this book. She says it's one of her favorite books. It's like one of her 6-star, 10-star reads, whatever the highest is on your scale, that's what this book is. So I had to get it because I like a lot of the books that she recommends, or that she reads. We read a lot of the same books, so I had to get it. Okay, and then I also have The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. I don't really remember why I got this book. I know I ordered it on Amazon, but I don't remember why. I think I just wanted a summer book last summer, and I ordered this thinking that I could get to it, and I never got to it, so it's still in my cart. Okay, and then I have The Lily of Ludgate Hill by Mimi Matthews. Again, me and my sister-in-law do a book exchange every month, and she got me this book for one of the months, so I have no idea what it's about, but she told me that she thinks I would like it, and so she gave it to me, and it's on my cart to be read. Okay, and then I have Girl Abroad by Elle Kennedy. Again, I've heard a lot about Elle Kennedy. I'm very, very, very easily influenced. Saw this at Barnes & Noble, saw that it was an exclusive, so I was like, oh, it's exclusive. I have to get it because, duh. So I bought it, and it's on my cart. Okay, and then I have Night Shift by Annie Crown. So this is about a girl who spends her nights at the library and, a jock, very typical rom-com romance book. My sister-in-law actually read this book. She got done with it. She was sitting in our other living room, and she was just Googling the whole time, and she just kept telling me that I was gonna love this book, so I had to add it to my cart as well. Again, very influenced. Okay, and then I have Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison. Again, no. I will not say again because I was not influenced with this book. I just saw it at Barnes & Noble and thought the cover was really cute, so I bought it. Unfortunately, it is a Christmas book and it is the middle of summer. It's very hot. I live in Texas, so I don't think I will be getting to this anytime soon, but it's definitely on my list for a winter/Christmas book, so still on my list. Okay, and then I have two. I have The Brightest Light of Sunshine and The Darkest Corner of the Heart by Lucinda Coney. These are actually my sister-in-law's, but we read a lot of the same books, so I had to add them to my cart as well. Okay, and then I have This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. This is also my sister-in-law's. This is actually a book that I got her. The month of June, our theme was a summer book, so I got her this book. Obviously, she has not read it, and I also have not read it. I'm gonna wait for her review to see if I want to read it, because she knows what books I like. So if she says that I like it, then I will read it, but as for now, it's gonna stay on my cart until she reads it. Because we do share a TBR cart, since again we do read a lot of the same books. Okay, and then I have the Never After series. I have all of them. So I have Hooked, Scarred, Wretched, wretched Twisted and Crossed. So here are all of them. I am currently reading Hooked right now, so it is not sitting on my TBR cart. It's actually sitting by my bed, but it's still on my TBR cart because I have not read it yet. My sister-in-law has read all of them, and so these are her books, but again, we read a lot of the same books, so it is on my list as well. And then I have Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. Again, very heavily influenced by Book Talk and all the things. This one was talked a lot about on Book Talk. I've tried reading Credence by Penelope Douglas. I couldn't do it. So I'm hoping Punk 57 is a little bit better than that. If you've read Punk 57 and you've read Credence, please let me know that this one is better and I won't have to DNF it. I'm hoping it's gonna be better. Okay, and then I have Priest by Sierra Simone. Again, I thought the cover was really pretty. It is part of a series. Yeah, that's how we're here. I wanted it because of the cover. Okay, and then I have Den of Vipers by K.A. Knight. I've had this book for a while. I tried reading it. I could not get into it. But then I read Haunting and Hunting Adeline. Those are my favorite books. I have not been able to find anything that tops them so far. So I put this back on my cart and kind of un-DNF'd it because I've heard that this is kind of compared to that. So I'm going to give it another try. But if you have read Haunting and Hunting Adeline and you have found a book that you love more or that is more dark than Haunting and Hunting, please let me know because I'm trying to find a book that will make me stop thinking about Hunting and Hunting because to this day I still think about it every single day and I just want to reread those two books, but I know I can't because I have all of these books on my cart that I have to reread or that I have to read. Okay, and then I have Devious Lies by Parker S. Huntington. This is actually my sister-in-law's book. She has read this. She said that I would love it, so I obviously added it to my cart. I have no idea what it's about, but she said I would like it, so I trust her. Okay, and then I have His to Keep by Lydia Goodfellow. I was in a book club last year, and this was one of our book club picks, but I don't remember why I couldn't read this book. I think I got sick, and I was just down for the count and just could not read it, and then I never picked it back up. So it's sitting on my TBR cart still. And then I have Bar to You by Sylvia Day. Again, I'm pretty sure this also involves like some BDSM in it. It doesn't say, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a little bit more spicy BDSM. I do know that this is also part of a series, but again, can't get the second one until I read the first one. So we're gonna read it because we're clearing the cart. We're gonna read it. Yeah. Okay, and then I think we're down to our last 4 books. I have Things I Wanted to Say, A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime, Promises We Meant to Keep, and I'll Always Be With You. They're all by Monica Murphy. They're all in a series. My sister-in-law is actually in the middle of reading the series. That's why the bookmark is in there. That's not my bookmark. That is her bookmark. But she is loving the series so far. She actually went and bought, this one is the 3rd one and this one's the 4th one. So she kind of does the same thing where she doesn't buy the next book until she finishes the first book or the book that she's currently reading. But she has been reading these so fast and has been loving them that she actually went and bought 2. So that's how I know that it's a good series. Again, she told me that I would love it, so I had to add it to my cart. I believe that is all the books that I have. I'm going to quickly count how many books I have, and I'll be right back. I have counted and I have 71 books on my TBR cart, my physical TBR cart. That is not counting my Kindle TBR cart. Just an FYI, if you are an Amazon Prime member, you do get a free Kindle or like a free ebook every month. It's a book that doesn't come out until the month after, but you get first dibs on reading it. It is a select option of the books, but a lot of the times they at least have one or two like thriller / mystery. Most of the time they're gonna have a romance. They also have like a kids version or like a kids book for, you know, if you have kids and you want to do that. This is not sponsored. I just thought it was really cool because I didn't know it and I found out about it, and that is most of my Kindle library is from those. It's called Amazon First Read. So I am excited because I am going to be taking you along to be clearing my cart. I do know that this thing write prompts and then they pick a prompt out and they have to choose a book that goes with that prompt, and then that's how they build their TBR cart. I think that will be really fun because a lot of the times I don't have a TBR for the month. Again, they intimidate me because I am so busy, but I think if I had like a TBR list for that month, that I'd be more willing to stick to it and read a lot more, because I would kind of treat it like I had homework, but it'd be fun homework, not boring homework, and it would be a break from the actual homework that I had. So that is what I'm gonna do for July. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I will also link my Instagram and my TikTok down below, so if you want to follow me over there, you definitely can. Thank you so much for watching my video. I am excited to be here. I'm excited to start sharing all of the book things. And again, if you have any questions, just let me know. Bye!